Hey, what's up everybody? It's Frank again and welcome to my channel 16 bits or higher. I have been out for about 2.5 months, but I decided to make a video because I've been hearing a lot of good things about this new device that has come out. It's been getting a lot of good reviews online and YouTubers, and I decided to order one myself to see what the big deal was. And the device I'm talking about is this one right here, which is called BatleXP G350. And from what I understand this is really nice, and it may even be a replacement to the R36S that a lot of people like. But let's dig into it. I'm gonna open the box and let's see what it's all about. Okay, so this is the BatleXP G350. It comes in this nice little sturdy box, nothing fancy. The only thing that you see on the front is a picture of the device and the name. And on the side, it shows you on the bottom, it shows you the colors. But on the back, it does give you some information about the device. It tells you that it's a 3.5-inch display, 640 by 480 IPS. It tells you that it has the Rockchip RK3326 CPU, and it does have the Mali G31 MP2 GPU with 1 GB of LPDDR3 RAM, and it does come loaded with a Linux 64-bit operating system. Now, it doesn't tell you if it's ArkOS or if it's EmuElect, but I believe this comes preloaded with a version of BatleXP. And let's see what it looks like here. So it's packed in the little white bag that all these devices come packed in. And there it is. It actually looks pretty good. And let's put it aside for just a second. And they do give you a charging cable, and they give you a manual. It doesn't come with a screen protector, and nothing else comes inside on there, the plastic. That's the only things they give you. A charging cable and a manual. So let's set that aside. Now, I'm just gonna give you like quick impressions today. Let you know that this is actually a really nice device. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but this looks premium. When you touch it and you feel it, the material looks premium. It looks really, really good. And it feels really good in your hand. If you look at the buttons, they're not clicky at all. You can push the buttons and you can hear a little bit of a click, but it's not much. And they all feel the same. It looks like they have a good membrane on the inside that keeps it from being too loud and clicky. And the D-pad feels amazing. Also, the joysticks, really smooth. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they pretty much look like Nintendo Switch Joy-Con joysticks, which feel pretty good to me. On the side, we got a power button, a reset button, and you got a slot for a second memory card. On the other side, you got volume up and down, and you got a slot for the operating system memory card. The one that I ordered only comes with one, and it actually comes loaded with a lot of games. On the bottom, it's got this tiny little slot here, and at first I thought it was kind of like a HDMI connector, but I think that's just a hole for the speaker. I think the sound comes out of that. And then on the top, you got the OTG charging port on one side. Those two dots, if you can see them, those two dots right there, those are LED lights. And then you have a headphone jack, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna compare it with an R36 device, because the way that you can tell that this is a premium device is if you shake it, you hear nothing, pretty tight. But right here, I have an R36 that came with EmuElect. So this is what everybody calls a clone. It's still an R36, but it's a cheaper quality device. And listen to this. Looks like everything is loose inside. And if you look at the buttons on that one, it looks like they were painted, but on this one, I don't know. I mean, this thing looks amazing. It looks really nice. And I also have my original R36S. This is the first one that I bought over a year ago, which is still going. And this one is the purple one. Looks a little bit better than the clone, but I hate to say this, but the BatleXP G350, in my opinion, it looks way better and it feels better. The plastic doesn't feel as bad as this. If you look at this plastic from the first time that I bought it, I mean, I love the purple color, but this does feel like cheap plastic to me. And oh, I don't know if you heard that, but I've always had that problem with this one. It's like the screen wants to come loose, but I have never taken it off to put like extra glue or tape in it. So I love this one. This one is nice, and I've had it for over a year. But I think that the BatleXP G350 is probably gonna replace my R36s because of the way that it feels. Now, let's turn it on, and I'm gonna show you the operating system that comes in it. Like I said, I believe that this is a Batocera Linux operating system that comes preloaded on the micro SD card. But it doesn't tell you when you go into the information. So the device came loaded with several games. It has, I'm just gonna show you the screens. It has games from the Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. That one right there is just another version because it actually has two Nintendo DS emulators that you can try. I was able to install ports on this device. Beats of Rage Open, I believe those are arcade fighting games. Atomic Wave, Mega Master System, Sega Game Gear, Mega Drive, which is Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, Sega Naomi, PlayStation, PSP, Final Burn Neo, which is another arcade, MAME, another arcade. That's vertical games on the arcade. Wonder Swan, that's just for your screenshots. If you take any screenshots from the games that you're playing. This is the setup screen, but it only gives you a few options. The file manager works fine. I installed Drastic, which works fine. And I was able to install the port master, but it didn't work out of the box. I actually had to delete everything in the folder and reinstalled it all over again. It's got Capcom 1, 2, and 3, Pico 8, MSX2, PC Engine CD, NES, Game Boy, SNES, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, and back to Game Boy Advance. So if we go to the menu, it tells you that the system is called BatleXP version 1.0. I could barely make it out, but that's supposed to be the operating system. And when you go to settings, that's what it shows you. Game settings, pretty much anything. It's just standard, just like the one that you've seen on ArkOS. User interface settings, controller settings, sound settings. It doesn't have a Wi-Fi chip, so you have to use a dongle, which I was able to use the same dongle that I use on my R36S. and it worked perfectly fine. You got the game collections, and I was able to connect to my scraper account to download pictures, system settings, and of course, right there is where you turn it off. So for now, I just wanted to show you the device and let you know what the capabilities of the device is. It pretty much does everything the R36 does, and something that I was able to do is, let me turn it off. And what I was able to do is I was able to flash another card with ArkOS. And I also created a second card for my ROMs, which is a Samsung 128 gigabyte card. And let's turn it on. And there we got the ArkOS boot sign, and we got ArkOS 2.0, and the version is 0209-2025. And I was able to update it via Wi-Fi, and it pretty much has all the features that ArkOS had on the R36. It may be missing a few things because it does look a little weird to me, but if I go to options, this all looks the same. This looks just like the menu that you would get on an R36. You got port master, theme master. I haven't tried to install them yet because I just flashed the card earlier today. But I mean, the controls on this thing feel amazing. I'm gonna show you Crash Team Racing real quick. And I haven't installed all the BIOS files, but I have those ready. And you can hear the sound coming out of the little slot on the bottom. This is one of my favorite racing games of all time. I mean, the picture is beautiful. And here we go. What do you guys think? You think it is an R36 replacement, or am I exaggerating? Oh, great. All right, last lap. I'm trying to pay attention to the screen, and I'm also trying to pay attention to the game. That's why I keep on messing up. Okay. Well, it would have been embarrassing if I wouldn't have come out in first place, because this is my video. But anyway, there you guys have it. It's a pretty cool game. The device is actually really nice. Let me turn this off. And you can actually shut down from there, but I'm just gonna quit. And I will make more videos, because like I wanna load more themes. I wanna do some other stuff with this, see if we can actually do what we can do with the R36. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's gonna replace your R36? If you haven't got an R36, I would recommend going for this one. This is a little more expensive, but it's not much, and it's definitely worth it. This device is, like I said, it feels very premium, and I purchased it myself. I got it from AliExpress, a store called Ampound, and I purchased it with my own money. I'm not a famous YouTuber that gets kickbacks and stuff like that, so no, I'm not expecting to get anything in return for what I'm saying, but I have purchased several devices from that store. Like I said, it's AliExpress from Ampound. I got this one, I got a Trim UI brick, and I also got an R36S, and all of the devices have arrived at my house securely, safe. They haven't been late. As a matter of fact, they have arrived before the time they give me. So if you haven't got an R36S, I would recommend giving this one a try. And check out the other YouTubers. Don't just take my word for it. There's a lot of YouTubers that are praising this device because it's really nice. And I'm gonna recommend it to everybody that watches this video. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys decide to order one of these, or if you're dead set on this other one, which is also an awesome device. I mean, it doesn't look premium, but it runs, and it runs all the games as well. So whichever one you get would be a good deal. Like I said, I think this one is gonna replace this one for me. I've already had this one for over a year, so maybe it's time to let it go and just jump on the new one. But let me know, let me know what you guys think, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button, and I will see you again on the next video. Bye.